think I liked how the audience, they had clapping in unison. They just look so, I can't even do it. I can't keep a straight face ever. But yeah, they just you're right. You're right, Joe.
Well,
Definitely.
like, is there so little to enjoy in Russia that passes as entertainment?
This,
I
this
don't
was in
think that's
1993. This is 1993. I think they got was it the Euro beat now, right? No,
Yeah.
I hope so.
So actually, that was episode 93. I think of the thing. I think the video is from 2012. So this was
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Since
I
we
thought it was
Yeah.
from the year 93. Oh,
I
that
thought it was
contextualizes it.
posted in 2012. Is it really from 2012?
No, I Wikipedia'd it and
Oh.
translated it from Russian into English. That show didn't even start until 2003.
Yeah, you.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that changes the contextualization.
Yeah.
So I have more questions than because like
Okay.
it's
Before
sitting
you
in
go to questions, I just
93.
want to say hi to everybody watching live. We're here on the 9th night of Catsmas, and we're talking about this weird Russian parody of cats, and we're raising money for Poi Dogs and Popoki again. So we're gonna try to hit that donation goal tonight. We're gonna help the cats and also dogs. But yeah, it's Catsmas, so we really only care about the cats. And if they ignore the dogs, that's cool. But anyways, yeah. So I'm here with Rory and Autumn and Joe Lewis and Chad Wago. Hi, everybody. Thanks you guys for joining us. And yeah, what are your guys' initial thoughts on this? Because this is very different than any production of Cats I think anyone else has ever seen.
So this wasn't a production of Cats at all. It was a parody of Cats that didn't understand what a parody was. At least from as far as I can tell of the Russian language. I heard all of one bar of Cats music. And they kind of just did it.
Heard more Lion King than Cats.
Yeah.
I feel like if all of those guys who look to be between 40s and 50s have failed third grade that many times in a row, you have to stop letting them put on productions for school. Like,
it feels very similar to the comedians you see in Japan, except not funny.
Yeah, it had like a Univision feel to it, like those like Bumblebee Man, which should have walked out at some point.
Okay.
Like at least in those other variety shows, I may not know the language, but they're able to like sell some kind of concept, and I was not sure what they were selling.
I haven't fully watched. I've tried watching Cats in its full length a few times now, actually, since last week. And I have found that I don't understand it in any language.
Yeah.
And that feels really bad. Like, I feel like my IQ is challenged. I mean, I can see little moments of brilliance. Like, I don't know. I could see some of the humor, but I feel you. It was definitely the drunk cats. Oh, the 12-year-old, 13-year-old said something about the drunk cats, but that's very stereotypical.
That's just how Russians are, though.
Yeah.
I don't think that was part of the show.
Just thought that's how cats are.
This
Get them enough catnip and
had more drinking in it than any other Cats I've seen, because it seems like, let's just break down real quick what we think happened in this. So it's like the two guys are writing Cats, I think. Like they're sitting at a typewriter, they keep doing shots together, and they say stuff, and then people come out. So I think that's kind of the framing device for the show.
Yeah, one's T. Eliot, the other one is S. Eliot.
that
Okay.
works.
I mean, I thought that those were just two audience members that were on stage because like they ran out of seating, because inexplicably this was a full house.
Oh yeah, everybody there loved what was going on.
And like
they were so into it.
I don't know how it's possible to speak Russian so well that show is worth laughing and clapping for. Like, I'll understand, like, if I don't speak Russian well enough to understand most of it.
Right.
But, like, how good at Russian do you have to be?
That's
How
gotta be.
drunk?
Yeah,
How
there's
drunk?
been some really, really funny jokes for them to be getting
Right.
those big of laughs.
I'm wondering how many of those guys are actually like famous comedians in Russia,
Yeah.
and how much of the laughter and applause was just like, "Hey, I really like that guy." Like it's not necessarily that they said something funny, but they just showed up, and
Yeah.
yay!
That really struck me when the guy with the big red Drop Dead Fred wig walked out,
Mhm.
and he had a gun and a propeller on his butt, and everybody, he's got a huge pop. Like he was a fan favorite, I think. So I don't know if he's like
That's you.
it's a regular like Russian TV character making a cameo in this or what? Because everyone seemed to recognize him and was really excited to see him.
Maybe he's the Russian version of Bumblebee Man.
Oh no.
I just wonder what is propeller in the butt man
Yeah.
sound like in Russian.
Propeller in the butt, man.
And it turned out at the end that he was the Terminator. We learned at the end of that scene.
Like it was like Cats is weird enough on its own.
Mhm.
Like I mean, you've taken poetry and musicals, two like really loose storytelling things, and put them together with interpretive dance. So it's not going to make the most amount of sense.
Yeah.
And now you're doing it in a different language, and
With no
technically
subtitles.
not
Yeah.
doing it. Really,
Yeah.
you're sort of making fun of it. And
Yeah,
riffing.
I really wonder how many of the people involved with this watched Cats ever.
Yeah. Did
Just know that
they
there's
did they
cats
just
in
get a Wikipedia entry and just went from there?
I don't know if they even did that much.
Yeah, I think their knowledge of cats was similar to mine a week ago. It's a musical. There are cats. I know what they look like from seeing pictures of them, and that's about it.
Yeah, because one of them didn't even actually seem to know what cats sounded like. Because I swear he was barking the whole time.
That was a
I
dog.
think that one was a dog.
He was the
Was
one
he
that looked.
supposed to be a dog?
He looked the most like a cat from Cats, but he was a dog, I think.
Yeah, it
I don't
looked
know
like he
the-
had
mouse
like
and a dog
a
in the
real
cast.
actual cat costume.
Yeah,
Or
I
not
do-
a cat costume, but a costume from Cats.
yeah, it looked like big C cat costume. Cat's costume.
Maybe
Mhm.
he was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not going to be a cat. I'm a dog now.
Dogs are cooler.
Mhm.
Can we talk about the person that was just wearing a Hello Kitty bib?
Yeah, I didn't know
That wasn't even a
was-
shirt. I looked at it. I was like, is that just a smock?
When
Yeah.
they walked out, I was like, oh, is this theater and like share the same complex as Walmart? So like if the customer walks through on accident, like I mean just the costumes in general though. Like David
Oh, yeah,
spent
wide
more
range.
money on his costume and looks more like
Yeah.
he's in Cats.
So
Also,
did
my
we-
other. Oh,
go
go for
ahead.
it.
Nope.
Oh no, you.
Joe, is that you?
Yes, I was saying you first. I can hold.
No, you first. Go.
Oh, I just want to know
If you
if this wasn't in '93, then why the Lion King reference?
No.
Maybe it's really popular and it's
Yeah,
like
It
a
takes a-
golden reference.
yeah.
It finally hit. It finally hit Russia. They
It
finally
takes a
got
while to
Lion
get over
King.
there.
Yeah, like Robin Sparkles on How I Met Your Mother. How
Yeah.
that was in the, what was it, the early 2000s?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, or maybe it was when it was from the Broadway show. When did that start? 2012.
that makes more sense, doesn't it?
Maybe they googled, Broadway and Cats music, and Lion King came up. That's a cat. You
Yeah.
saying, Roy?
Oh, I was gonna say maybe it's just they got like a bootleg copy where it's got the soundtrack of one and the view of the other,
Yeah.
and they just can't tell because it's American. Like none of these guys make sense.
Yeah. Well, because I learned from Dan Connell the other day that he watched the Cats, the new movie. He watched that to the Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. He did that and he said, "Oh, lines up pretty good." So I wonder if the same thing would happen if you used the Lion King soundtrack. I bet it will work all right.
Yeah.
You should
Yeah,
do
let's
that
think
for
of-
the last day of Catsmas.
Should.
Yeah.
bonus.
Just
mean,
watch the new movie version and also play Lion King in the background.
Yeah.
And psychedelics.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all have to do mushrooms.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Good luck. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I did see that one dude, and my original thought was, oh man, Boris Johnson gained a lot of weight for this role. But it's cool that they brought him in. And then I realized it was like from 2003, so he's lost weight since.
No.
But
Yeah, so we talked a lot about how like the original Cats, it doesn't have much of a plot. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's just a lot of loose songs about cats.
mhm.
And this one I feel like had more of a plot that I could follow. And at least there was that thing with the Hello Kitty cat, which I think was supposed to be a girl. That's why she's wearing the pink Hello Kitty stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Falling
pretty
in
sure that
love.
was drag.
Yeah, falling in love with the dog, and then her dad disapproved, but her mom was okay with it, and then they ended up getting together at the end, right? So like there was a love story. There was some kind of a story going on that we could
Yeah, I
figure out. Yeah,
I think that's what it is, but like I also don't know if, like, because of how it was done and shown, I'm not sure how much that was the plot of what
Right.
they were doing, and
Mhm.
how much of it was just like me looking at a wall of insanity and taking parts and being like, I can make something of this that
Yeah.
allows me to hold on to reality for a little bit longer.
yeah. It's the one thing that seemed familiar. Because as we learned from Dead or Up Dead, you don't need words to speak the international language. Just love.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
And
all
can
skiing,
recognize
you
that.
need skiing too.
Yeah.
Is there like a, well, I don't know. I just thought it was a cat and dog thing or something. I don't know.
Oh, there was
Right.
the fat mouse too.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
what was the
mouse.
mouse's
Yeah.
deal?
I think the mouse was a gift from the dog to be like, hey, this is my gift to show that
Like
I
a
love you.
dowry.
Think so?
Yeah, but
More like an
It's- it-
engagement present ring kind of thing.
it seemed like he was
A
scheming.
gift for her. Yeah.
I mean, mice are kind of like Spanish fly for cats.
Yeah.
Is what I've heard. So
Well, I hope so.
what?
You hope so.
Oh no,
Joe?
I hope so. Like in a way of like, if well,
Like-
no,
like
oh, no,
if you
Spanish
give
fly,
Baguette-
no, I just got
if you
it.
give Baguette a mouse later, that he'll get real horny for you.
Oh no, I realized what Spanish fly was too late. I thought it meant that he was gonna fight the mice and be down for it. Never mind. No, Baguette. We're getting
You
rid of your
got
problem.
you got
puffs.
weird stereotypes about Spanish people, Joe.
Maybe he was just combining lucha libre wrestling with
Okay.
an American Tale.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, let's go with that. That's where I was coming from.
I
Yeah.
would actually like to see that as the third American Tale movie. Five Goes and Wrestles in
yeah.
Mexico.
Bible goes far south
Yeah,
of the
Mhm.
border. There we go. Bible goes south of the border.
there you go.
There's the title. Boom.
I just wanted to use those long extra sleeves as his mask. Just like
Mm.
pop some holes in that, tie it up. He's just throwing elbows the entire time and singing.
What about the hat?
No,
No.
you've got to keep the hat on top of the mask, otherwise you won't know it's Fievel.
Yeah, holds it in place.
Yeah.
You're
He
right.
can
You're
throw
right.
the mask off. He can throw the hat off. Like at the end of every match, he'll throw the hat into the crowd.
Oh yeah, do like a Mexican hat dance kind of thing.
That's how he ingratiates himself with the Mexican cats.
Gato. No,
Yes.
I know that word.
And it would make more sense when like
Los Gatos.
Yeah.
did anyone else find it strange how often they played like the circus song.
Yeah, that was weird. So I think that was that one guy was like a circus guy, maybe. And then
Well,
he
I-
introduced the girl
From-
cat as like Mademoiselle Moika. I think that might have been her name all along. It was very confusing.
It went on for way too long.
The title of the whole show is like Broken Mirror, but it's their euphemism for like a funhouse mirror.
Oh,
I took the carnival music to be like when they were cutting in between bits or like weaving them together.
right.
That was their way of saying like, oh, this makes sense because we're breaking the fourth wall. It's just a show. Because everybody in that theater would not have understood if just some random guy walked in without a musical cue.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
Suspension of
I
realism.
I definitely didn't understand anything.
Because they're just letting people on the stage.
I just assumed that
Wandering on and off.
that clown music was just sort of the universal cue for, hey, we're doing funny things.
Yeah. Just to remind you get a laugh.
hmm
I was waiting for the funny things to happen though.
It was the clown
But
music. That was the
Only
funny
because
thing.
the musical. If it wasn't for that carnival music, you would have been like, oh, this isn't funny. But because they played carnival music, Joe, you're like, I know funny's supposed to happen.
It didn't come though. Like I knew it was coming, but I didn't see where it was.
You can watch any movie on mute and put the carnival music in for the soundtrack, and it just makes it instantly funnier.
Now I'm
And I
gonna
feel
go
like-
watch it.
In fact, if you want to really blow your mind, all right, you take Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon, and every other track you play some carnival music. That shit is hilarious.
What if there's like a Calliope cover album of that? It's gotta be. That would be great.
I think I'll put on like Sucker Punch and just replace all the music with carnival music.
That'd work.
Yeah.
It's one giant music video anyway. Those fight scenes really pop.
It's really more like 5 separate music videos.
hmm
Yeah.
Wait, I haven't seen it. Is it 5 separate music videos with 2 progressively drunker Russian VJs introducing each of the videos? Because
I wouldn't have fallen asleep during that movie. Yeah, no, but it's not that. I fell
No,
asleep
there-
watching Sucker Punch like 3 times.
No, there's a training for a burlesque show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a
And
weird
then
movie.
you only get the full musical number during the credits, where you only get to see parts of the musical number. And then you're like, that's what I was waiting the whole movie to watch, was the musical number.
So reverse Cats.
Yeah.
You just want the musical
I mean-
numbers to stop.
I definitely went home and downloaded the entire soundtrack. The soundtrack was a bop, but like the movie, not so much. No. But this thing.
Yeah.
So there's 93 of these. That's another question.
I think so. I feel like
This series
Maybe that was a
ran for
year.
like 8 years.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
So what do they do to these actors when they're done? Put them
Was
out
it
to
like
pasture?
a yearly thing for 8 years, or
No,
The
once
first
at
90.
least once a month.
yeah.
wow,
Once a
man,
month.
that's a
TV
lot to
special.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, SNL's been well. I mean, SNL ain't really the best, but I mean, SNL's better than what I was just watching.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a full length show. That's 90 minutes. So,
That's
and
like
yeah, if they're doing
30
that once a
minutes
month.
more
or
than an
every-
SNL show.
I did
There's a lot
feel
of
like
20 minutes
when
long.
they walked out in that first 5 minutes, I was like, oh, this is like amateur wrestling meets SNL. That is the costume
Yeah.
choices. Like the like
I-
90s amateur wrestling.
Right.
Yeah, very backyard.
we had to think about it. See, the US had wrestling,
Right.
SNL, and Maury Povich and
Yeah.
Jerry Springer. So, and Ricky Lake. So combine all that.
And take
know.
away all of the hairdressers.
Yeah. Everyone has to do their own hair. Everyone's a 50-year-old man.
There you go.
Balding
Yeah.
white man.
So this is what folks would have been doing if we didn't have white dudes on TV with their own shows, basically.
Yeah. So I wonder how many TV channels there are in Russia, or were back then even. I wonder how many live comedy events that were going on TV.
That's a good question, but I know that they also had a lot of a lot of bootleg kind stuff at that time, anyways.
Oh yeah.
So
all the bootleg movies.
Well, that's sort of what this was. This was
Yeah.
a very bootleg Cats.
This is the worst Swede I've ever seen.
but like a homemade bootleg cat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, we've all seen Cats. Like if you went to go to Cats and then you got an English language version of what we saw there, you'd be like, oh, this is probably a little more enjoyable than watching
What was
the whole
that
thing of
movie
Cats.
with I think it was Mos Def and Jack Black, and
Yeah.
they worked in a
Can't
video
Rewind.
store? Yeah, that's what this was, but worse.
It was a really long Swede. Freaking love that movie, but no. This, I felt like you punked us. I felt like that's what this was. Well, this felt like a giant punk. Like I put it on, I was like, oh, it's gonna be a Russian production of the Cats. Oh, they're just wearing normal clothes from the thumbnails I see. And then it starts, I was like, you got me watching Russian comedians, huh?
Yeah.
Like, that's great.
It's technically Cats. There are cats in it. Yeah, I mean,
There
for
were at
me,
least 2 instances of music from Cats.
yeah.
There were 2. I caught All Alone in Moonlight. What was the second musical cue?
It was the
All
same
Alone in
musical
Moonlight?
cue, but they just did it again 5 minutes later.
There's really only one song from Cats that anyone is aware of, so that makes sense. That's the only one that they knew of.
You know what? I'm pretty happy they didn't go too much into it because there's too much sex in Cats for me to want to see those 50-year-old men do that stuff.
Yeah.
Rum
Yeah,
Tum Tugger would have been too much for me.
I thought that's what the dog was at first.
Oh, maybe.
I thought it was just a really bad Rum Tum Tugger
Yeah.
because the dog did seem kind of horny for the cat.
Yeah. And it's weird, like they didn't want to
How
fall in
could
love
you
at
not
first, but
be?
then they did. It was weird. Yeah.
Like, I'll say it. Like, you put an oversized Hello Kitty T-shirt on something, and I'm like 50% of the way there. Like,
I would have rather seen
Yeah.
the children's production.
They had kids at the very
Yeah, at
end.
the end.
They
I
did.
think
They
it's
did have
supposed to be
kids.
their kids.
Yeah,
That's
the
what
kid,
I
the
decided.
kid seemed kind of talented.
Yeah. I'm
So
sorry,
probably not their
contrasting.
kids.
They're supposed to be like half dog, half cat, mutant children. That's my assumption. That's what I was getting from it.
I thought those were the hostages being released back into the audience for sitting through the show.
Oh, they were perfect performers.
Joe.
This is who
But-
was supposed to be performing tonight, but instead you had us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We scoured the streets for the best performers, but we only found these guys. They were at a soup kitchen. Enjoy.
It seems very, very Russian.
Here is a bunch of homeless people who say that they used to be comedians. Please enjoy their rendition of Cats.
We found a bunch of guys in a back alley surrounding like a trash can that was on fire. One of the dudes had a bindle.
Doesn't seem too far off from some open mics.
Well, that's the thing, though. Is like I saw that and I was like, "Oh, this is Russian comedians. How is our open mic nighters dressing better than this?" Like,
It's sad because
Because
if they
yay,
went just a little
capitalism.
bit,
Yeah.
if they went a little bit further down that alleyway, they would have probably found the Boys to Men also in front of a trash can singing. So
The Russian Boys to Men
Yeah.
singing Moscow Philly.
We have to Google that. That's probably a thing.
Oh, it's gotta be. It's gotta be Russian language.
be
I hope,
really
yeah.
careful on that Google search, though, if you're
You're
just
right,
Googling
right.
Russian Boys
Right.
to Men,
thought about
different
that.
thing. Yeah.
You know, all kinds of stuff.
I was already on that, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
no, you know what? I'm good. I don't want that in my search history."
That does not sound fun.
But yeah,
Yeah. So everybody watching, donate to Boy Dogs and Poke. There's a link in the description, also in the chat. I think I put one in there. So hit that. Give money to the animals they need there.
yeah. Joe, how did you? What was your meet cute with your cat here?
My meet cute.
How'd you guys connect?
Oh, we
Russian
found
cats to men.
It's
I
on the
wanna
internet.
know that.
Yeah.
we found the little guy outside our apartment in the rain, mewling, and he's been here ever since.
For real? For
Nice.
real?
Yeah.
He brought toilet paper with him.
Oh no, that's because I got a runny nose.
Oh, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Just got
You-
a bit of a head cold.
You better go catch it, Joe.
Ah,
Say
I
that.
thought the perfect joke was going to be the worst one.
Well,
All
that
the
was
worst.
very cool of you for saving the cat.
Yeah,
Right.
Oh, don't thank me. Thank my girlfriend. She
Aw.
she went downstairs with like some other people that stay in our apartment building, going through the bushes in the middle of the night.
Oh,
Oh.
So
Like-
everybody be like Joe's girlfriend and donate.
Yeah.
Help
Yeah.
save
Save
a
cats.
cat's life or dog. I think
Yeah.
that we're donating for dogs.
I mean, they have dogs in the name, so they also do stuff for dogs. But like, I'm gonna send them an email after we finish the fundraiser and let them know that how much money we had donated, and if they could really put that money just towards helping cats, since it is for the 12 Days of Catsmas. And hope that they honor
To be
that.
honest, though, like if this production has taught us anything, maybe we should be donating money to dogs that will also fuck cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if the dog will bone a cat, then might as
Wait, what?
well.
I don't think I
Oh,
heard
no.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this show was all about.
Interspecies love.
Yeah.
I didn't get
And
that
remember,
far.
we got the mutant cat dog children at the end that were the most talented people on
It's
stage.
true.
So
Yeah.
that's what it's telling us in the end, that we need to come together as a people.
And breed the perfect performer cats.
Mhm.
Dogs.
Should have watched
Cat
better.
dogs. You can rewatch it tonight, Autumn, if you want to.
I didn't.
That was the thing that
Yeah.
I kept doing, is having to rewind, because I was watching it and be like, wait, how did we get to this part? I need to
I
rewind.
was
And
watching
stopped
it
paying
while I was at
attention.
work, so I was only half paying attention.
But I
I'm-
rewatched
I'm-
stuff, and then it still wouldn't make any sense. So I don't think I was losing focus.
I watched it and I was really confused more than I had been, and then I realized that I'd actually skipped a video ahead in the same thing, so I was watching a different episode. But that's like they're very similar. So
Oh, yeah. It's all the same
was-
cast and everything. Yeah.
yeah, same production value, same level of seeming like they knew what was going on, same exact static shots of the other performers or the audience members.
Right.
So
Oh,
The
maybe that was
acting.
all stock footage.
yeah, I think it only had the one audience ever.
So
and
it
was for
sounds like
something
it's
else.
so it sounds like it's like low budget costume and just high there's a word for it. What is it? Language, cultural
It was definitely
value,
high.
value,
Yeah.
high context culture.
Right. Yeah. I got that.
Sure, that's what I meant, probably. He knows stuff.
Yeah,
that
I'm-
behind me.
I'm really interested in the show now. I kind of want to go back and just watch a bunch of episodes and get into this. It seems
Get
like,
into the lore.
yeah, I like the
Is there,
idea
like-
of there being like it's
I-
just like a sketch comedy show, right? It's like a regular show that they have to put on every month or whatever.
David, can you just
Yeah.
take a picture of the first Russian person that
Okay.
the look on their face when you told them that this show is why you learned to speak Russian?
Oh,
Just like say that, snap a picture. I need to know what that looks like.
Yeah. So I'm
one
trying.
of them
What
is
would the
missing a lot of
English?
context and it's
What's
really
the English
hilarious.
language version of that being? Like, you'd just be really surprised to find out someone learned English from watching something.
Jerry
Um,
Springer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
I
that? Nope, I got a 13-year-old. I can't even use the words.
Or Maury, you are not the father. Just saying that constantly.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, please.
Most of what they know.
here's my thing is like if you don't speak English though, like there's and the people on that show, at least are a giant chunk of it, like just at first glance, you can't tell how crazy they are.
Right.
So if you don't know what they're reacting to, their reactions might be normal.
That's
Or
how life is here.
Yeah.
yeah, like
Or over
if-
there on the mainland.
I'm sure like if you were like only speaking Spanish watching Jerry Springer and it's like, well, what's this? Oh, that guy just murdered his entire family and got out of jail and is apologizing. That's why he's reacting like that. It makes perfect sense.
Right.
I would say like, is there any like low budget TV show version of Benny Hill? Because that's what
Felt
this
like
Yeah. It had to be some kind of like public access kind of thing. That's the feel I
Yeah.
get from this too. Is in America this would be a public access thing.
Yeah.
This is like
Yeah.
major primetime TV in Russia.
well, and they're communists, so it's all
Yeah.
public access.
Right.
If you had like a not funny version of the Chris Gethard show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that okay, I could see that. Like if you watched the Chris Gethard show and you didn't speak English, just being like, why? But,
Yeah. Or if like I told everyone I learned pigeon from watching those Frank DeLima taxi commercials.
Those are hilarious.
Yeah.
There's actually a professional wrestler named Kevin Owens who's French Canadian, and he learned English mostly by watching professional wrestling.
Makes sense.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I think that encapsulates it all the way.
And it works really well for his chosen profession. You learn all the terminology and everything to know right there.
You know, the whole bravado, you know how to act it well. Like, it's great.
it explains why his nursing career never took off. But
I was gonna say, maybe it was an election year and they just there was no budget for costumes or writers or live audience.
Yeah.
I mean, I did appreciate the in unison clapping.
There's one place in the world where they spend a lot of money on elections. It's in Russia.
Only it's ours.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
you also
I
got to
wanna
remember,
know-
like this was before Amazon, so they couldn't just like rent Cats to find out what it was all about.
Yeah. They can send someone to New York to watch the Broadway show. No way.
No.
I just want to know how many
Well, would you
other
think-
like
Do you think like when they would do like the stuff where they would have like the Moscow Ballet go around the world and stuff, and like they always had to worry about them defecting and things. But like one of the ballet dancers came back and people were like, "Oh, did you see Cats on Broadway?" And he didn't, but he was like he had to like make up some reason, some story about what he saw because he was like hooking up with an American or something, and he couldn't say that. So we had to make up a story about what Cats was about. And this is what
that real?
people in Russia think Cats is.
Oh, you think that's how this happened?
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
No, they've got so many bootlegs. I think that
Yeah.
they just didn't have a writer and they were drunk.
Yeah.
I
I think if this was 1993, that would probably be right. But yeah, not in the 21st century. No way.
having fun. Oh.
Yeah, no, it
Oh.
it definitely could have been the result of a really bad like dubbed over bootleg where the sound quality is like completely gone.
Yeah.
And they're just like, we know that there's music and there's cats. And
Right, 'cause
that's what
that's
we
how it
know
was-
about this play.
Last night, Chad, when we were watching the high school version of Cats, it was hard to make out what people were singing about.
hmm
So you could
I
easily
knew there was
see
music
people
and I
going,
knew
"Yeah."
they were dressed as cats.
You had to make up your own meaning for it.
So it's the same kind of.
Yeah.
We just have no context for Russia at that time because
Oh,
none
give
of
me a
us know anybody. We would you call up for this that had any background on that? Probably.
Yeah, no, I don't know anyone who speaks Russian.
Everyone that I know who speaks Russian is on the other side of the planet, closer to Russia.
Oh,
So I wouldn't want to ask them, hey, could you be on my friend's
yeah.
internet broadcast at 7 a.m?
Oh my God, no, that would have been awesome. Do they work?
I'm sure she has a job.
If
Maybe-
we could just like get her to like watch it and like recap it for us,
Yes.
that'd be great.
Yes.
Just give us a
Yeah.
2-paragraph summary of what
Yeah.
happened.
What happened? Just tell us who
Yeah.
some of these characters are. Like, what's the deal with redheaded Terminator man with a propeller? Why does he have a propeller in his butt? That's all I want to know.
What's going
I
to be
literally
great is
did.
I'm going to ask her to do this, and she's like, I don't think I want to be friends with you anymore.
That'd be fair.
As soon as she sees
Yeah.
the link.
We're just gonna be like, oh, hey, I love this show. My uncle's in it.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the guy who played the dog, he's like the Mr. Rogers of Russia.
We should have put up like a Craigslist ad or something. Like somebody can be
Yeah.
on at this time. Let us know what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
someone,
might
someone
go-
hard sub this for us.
yeah. I might
Community
post it
help.
in one of those QAnon message boards I go to because I know half of those people are actually just Russian misinformation agents. So I'm sure one of them will just take the time to.
There you go. I
And look
guess.
at it as like finally
Translate it
some
for me.
media I can digest.
Yeah,
But David, with the 2-paragraph explanation of what they've done or what they were doing,
right.
you need to stage a parody of their version of Cats, and you explain that throughout all of the skits as we redo what they did.
Yeah,
I mean,
Hmm.
you want to say raise money
Right.
for Cats? That house was packed. We could do the
Was.
same thing here.
do
We
it.
just kidnap some kids, tell
Yeah.
their parents they have
No.
to come to the show.
No. Just kidding. He's just kidding. Just for legal purposes.
We convince children to do it consensually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There'll be contracts.
That's what we'll do. Yeah.
So how
contract.
did you make yours sound way worse than mine?
Yeah, all of this.
I was just trying to say that, yeah, we'll have kids consensually do it. Oh, that sounds worse. What?
I think it would be more interesting to find some QAnon folks or
I think
Um,
specificity in this case would be your friend.
I mean, I already said don't look up Russian Boys to Men. If
Yeah.
that's not enough for the jury, then so be
Right.
it.
Just any combination of the words consensual and kids puts you on a list, I think. We Googled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Don't do
Santa
that.
hat probably doesn't help.
there's no transcript of this, right?
Yeah, somewhere.
So we're all screwed.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Hey,
in the FBI archives.
Furry, how's it going? We're talking about Cats, the Russian parody of Cats. We got someone watching on Twitch. Hey, ask us something. Ask
Hey.
us something. What's up?
Yes, ask us a thing, and then David's going to relay it to us.
Yeah,
and make it sound like we're going to go to jail.
yeah.
Mhm.
And also,
Please
while
steer the
while you're here,
conversation away.
yeah, consider donating some money to Toy Dogs and Kapoki, helping cats and dogs in Oahu, Hawaii. Oh,
Those kids.
so speaking of Russian bots, it was just he wants us to go join his Love Sense app. My bad. I shouldn't have. Should have
Yeah.
waited for the whole thing.
But are they donating?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So donate, and we'll use the Love Sense app.
The
Yeah.
love sense.
I don't know if you guys can
That's
tell, but
a-
I've had the Twitch channel for 6 days, 8 days. 9 days.
Okay.
It's the 9th day. I've had a Twitch channel for 9 days. This is how well I know how to use it.
Yeah.
Gotta set up a
But
You
hey,
should have brought
yeah.
brought
Those
this on at
bots
like
are scouting you now, so you're
Yeah.
moving up.
exactly.
Mhm.
Somebody knows we're here.
Yeah.
Bots do,
Yeah.
and they know
Yeah.
everyone.
like next time or next time you should probably like link it to like what is that? OnlyFans? Is that a
Yeah,
thing
so
still?
yeah.
Why do you know that?
Well, everybody knows
That's
about
my
OnlyFans. It's a thing.
Oh no.
Anywho,
Yeah.
no, I've heard it's highly profitable for people that are
For like maybe 10% of the people that are doing
Yeah.
it. The rest of them are not really getting paid very much at all. But any money's good money. Sex work is work.
Yeah. So as I banned this Russian black guy, the last thing he said was Rory knows Love Sense app, you naughty guy. So I just want to
Oh no.
Yeah. So I blame Rory.
You know, I said no to Russian Boys to Men, but yes to the Love Sense app.
An endorsement ringing.
I expect
go.
my check in the mail.
I'll be in rubles. That's what the money is in Russia, right? Talking a lot about Russia because this is a Russian parody of cats.
Yeah, they tracked you down. Heard you found Russia's greatest comedians.
is it the more that we talk about Russia, the more the bots follow us?
I think it is. I think it's
Yeah.
triggering something.
Because we've been missing this completely if we didn't know that already.
Yeah.
Wait, is it actually Love Sense?
It's love
Or is it
Ends.
Lovence?
Love Ends.
Okay, that's the
Lovence.
one where you can control sex toys.
Oh, yeah, Rory does know that one.
You naughty boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bluetooth. It's crazy.
Sometimes I just walk through a Best Buy and see what happens.
Yeah.
Try and pair to random devices. Oh, what's this device? Someone just starts dropping to their knees. The manager's like, oh God, why? Today wasn't a good day.
Or it
Like-
was the best day.
Yeah.
Set it to your domain name to Ala Moana, and the password is guest, and just walk through a food court.
Yeah.
My best. Donate to cats.
Yeah.
Someone will just turn it on and have it pulse to Dark Side of the Moon.
With carnival music.
Carnival music, there we go. I feel like we just need to bring it back one more time. I was like, hold on. That's the perfect opportunity. Papa didn't raise no fool. Rule of threes.
Well, I'm trying to think. I
So-
didn't grab my notes. What's up?
Are there other Cats productions from other countries, or is this the only other one you were able to find?
No, there's some other ones that are just like foreign language straight up versions. Like I watched one from Korea that seemed pretty straightforward, and then I watched one from Hungary where they made a lot of different decisions about stuff directorially. Like Rum Tum Tugger, instead of throwing his hips around to everybody, it was an older guy doing it. So he was picking women's legs up and playing them like a guitar. But then like his hand was like right in their crotch, which I don't think was I don't know if that was intentional or not. So I mean, where else would you put your hand if you were going to play someone's leg like a guitar? But yeah, that kind of stuff.
Whenever I'm playing someone's leg as a guitar, I do the respectful using their foot as the top end and just throw them on the ground.
Like jujitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also works as a professional wrestling finisher.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I also learned everything I know about music from watching professional wrestling. So
Yeah, it's
Literally.
like a Rosetta Stone for
Mhm.
modern
You
world.
play it when you come out on stage, and then you play it again as you're leaving.
Yeah.
That's how music works.
Oh, I thought it was from Prince videos or something.
So
He's a
apparently
professional
Lovins,
wrestler, right?
the company that makes that app is a Singapore-based teledildonic sex toy manufacturer. Teledildonics.
Yeah,
Teledildo.
That is a
Teledildonics.
that
screen
makes
name.
sense. Yeah.
Dildonics. That sounds like an evil corporation.
No.
Well,
I mean,
this
like
ends
in like a
CS,
superhero.
not in an
Yeah.
X.
Right.
If it
Well, I mean,
ended in an X, that would be an evil corporation.
yeah.
Yeah.
With this.
Oh yeah. Like in a
I mean-
crude mid '90s comic book
Yeah.
that was making fun of things.
Right. Well, this
I-
is one of the few companies that's straightforward about how they want to fuck you. But it looks like Autumn's gonna say goodnight.
Oh,
Thank
night,
you for
Autumn.
joining us again, Autumn.
Mm,
Damn it. I took too long to type that.
Yeah, I think we were talking too much about the teledildonics, and like she said, she hasn't finished her Christmas shopping, and that's gonna trigger that.
it's like, no, I can't reveal what we got. I got everybody.
Yeah. So like I said, everybody, if you can't get, I was talking before the stream, if you can't get your Christmas presents for me in time for Christmas, my birthday is exactly 2 weeks later, so you can just give them to me as a birthday gift, and no one will know be any the wiser. Speaking of teledildonics.
I feel like they named that company not realizing that streaming was taking over like the television moniker. Like
Hmm.
so like I feel like there's like a Netflix and Dildonics coming for that.
Oh yeah.
Netflix and chill by yourself.
Every time you switch the channel, it switches the speed setting. Like
Mhm.
makes sense.
Yeah. It can sync to your music. It can sync to Spotify.
Yeah, and you can
I
have
feel like
LED.
that's already a thing for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because they have those LED shirts where
yeah.
the equalizer it looks like an equalizer going with the music.
Well, if
Back
you
in
get,
the day, there was
if you get two of them, you can hook them up to Dolby surround sound.
Oh yeah.
back in the day there was a game called Rez on the Dreamcast, and it came with a special add-on that was like this little like vibrating piece you put it on the controller, and people would play the game and not put it on the controller. And many girlfriends enjoyed it while the boyfriends were playing, or whoever really. And I feel like that's slightly sexist. Anyone can enjoy Rez. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
But-
And
Yeah,
anybody
girlfriends can enjoy it with their girlfriends.
Yeah.
And anyone can enjoy vibration on their genitals.
Yeah, all to the hot pumping thing, beats of the music of that game.
Hey, do we have any other thoughts about this particular Russian parody of Cats?
No.
We'll move on. Okay.
I was
we had
more-
anything else left on
My
the
main thought was
tank.
that cat sounded like a dog. And you guys were like, yeah, that was a dog.
Yeah,
And I
because it was a
like, well,
dog.
now I feel dumb.
My main thought was like, please God, I don't look like that when I don't tuck in my dress shirt, do I?
I do remember that. That lots of sloppy looking guys.
That's-
Yeah, if I ever watch this one again, I have to do the drinking game where you take a shot every time
They
someone
do?
takes a shot. Yeah. That would be fun.
you
I
might
think
start
my main
understanding it.
My main takeaway from it is that you succeeded in punking us before the end of the year. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, well, it's part of the Christmas season. There's one good prank.
I mean, I just want to know how Russian amateur porn has a better production value than what's going on stage.
I think because people pay money for porn. You can turn a profit. I don't know.
But and clearly
Yeah.
everybody enjoys what they're doing in porn.
Yeah.
But-
In this one, it just seems like, I mean, the advertisers, I guess, maybe they were happy.
guess so. Like that, Russian people seem to love the show, so I got to get to the bottom of that.
93 episodes.
Yeah, that I think that's the one. That's actually my big takeaway is that there was Russian people watching this enough for it to go on for 8 years.
Yeah.
Is there like nothing else? What's the TV scape look like? I've seen some old like Russian cartoons that look freaking wild from way back.
From like the
And that
Soviet
stuff's
era.
super
Yeah.
that stuff is super subversive. Or at least
Even that's-
subversive when I'm watching it. There's some
Right.
weird stuff going on in there.
Yeah. I don't know if that was stuff was going out on the mainstream television networks, but I feel like this might have been. I don't know, there's a lot to unpack here about what the entertainment world is like in Russia. Because also, when you think about all the places online where you go to watch bootleg movies and everything, any movie, an American movie you want to watch, it's usually a Russian website or something, right? So
Yeah.
it's not like they don't have
Everything's
access
a Russian.
nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's why they're going there. It's like, yeah, no, I
Have you
don't feel
seen
like
Russian
watching.
TV? Yeah.
I was like, nah, we're good. But you could get in real big trouble if you get caught. I'll take that risk. I'll take that risk.
Yeah, if you're in Russia, you don't have to worry
I
about
can't
getting
take Russian
DMCA.
SNL anymore.
I don't know, man. I'm into it.
I thought SNL was getting dry.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get into the show though.
I mean, someone has to.
Yeah, someone's got to do it.
Yeah. Give us a sweet lore.
Yeah.
I mean, I would suggest everybody check out the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, I want to learn more about it.
Yeah, same.
Because after this show got canceled, the cast got a sequel show on
Really?
a better network. Yeah. Yeah.
So
With a
they
bigger
filled
budget.
upwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Only that happened to, well, no, technically that happened to Living Color.
Yeah. I think a lot of people broke big after Living Color
Look-
get canceled. Yeah.
Yeah, it sort of became Mad TV because a lot of the staff kind of moved over to there a little bit. It's like
Yeah.
a half move. That's the legacy of Living Color
Right.
was Mad TV.
Yeah.
Neither of them could ever truly beat the juggernaut that was SNL at the time. But
Yeah. I don't think anyone really has been able to do that.
nah.
But it's because they don't get these Russian shows over here. But once we do,
Yeah.
once we can get it ported, once we can get these 10, 15-year-old reruns of this Russian show on network
breathe
TV in
new
the middle
life
of the
into
night.
those aging men doing
Yeah.
something akin to comedy. They'll come
No.
out at 78 being like, we got a new audience.
I'll stick with my BBC sketch shows. Thank you very much. Actually, those are pretty dope.
Laughing. That's what the interstitials reminded me of.
Yeah, when people were sticking their heads out of the
Yeah.
wall and stuff. Yeah. That makes sense. Old timey influences on modern or mostly modern Russian television. Yeah.
It's like they took all the stuff from the old vaudeville era and didn't do anything fun with it. It's like every single song kind of sounds samey. We didn't talk about
Yeah.
that either.
That's something I'm going to learn. What's going on in those songs? Because I don't know what any. Kind of like the
It
music.
sounded like
that's
they
what
were-
I tune out. Yeah.
It kind of sounded like they were doing karaoke a little bit.
Yeah. I don't think like a couple of people were like into singing, but the rest were not singers. That was interesting how many songs they have in there. Maybe it's because it's supposed to be a musical.
Oh, I'm sure it's like American comedians. There's always a handful of them that are failed singers.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Maybe they're not actually failed. They were too scared to try.
Right.
But that's the path that they should have went on. And instead they're just like, I'm going to be the comedian that's good at singing.
Yeah. So they're the ones that always want to put musical stuff into the show.
Mhm.
The ones that like singing so much.
was like, just start a band. I'm scared. Well, this isn't good.
I'm scared to start a band, so just you sing with me, Joe, on stage.
Oh,
All right,
anytime.
I'm gonna need you to dress like a cat and sing this song.
Anytime.
Yeah, put this Hello Kitty bib on, go out there and sing a song, and I'll come in after you and really show you how it's done. So you look like an asshole.
Yeah, that's what we should do next year. We should just do a production of this.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I'm
so
sure.
either-
I'm sure that we
every
could up
day
the
is a
production
different-
value.
yeah, I think we can do
Every
that.
day will be a different take on the cats.
Yeah, I figure either I'll have to get it translated or learn Russian. For the transcribed
be
or
Maca-
translated.
I can be McCavity because then I don't have to sing.
Yeah, you don't have to be there.
I could just disappear at the end and nothing really happens.
Well, I mean, if we're casting now, I can start trying to fill out so I can still wear the same shirt and tie, and I'll just be one of those fat guys sitting on the couch
Yeah.
drinking.
Doing shots of vodka.
Yeah. Which
Oh,
at
we're talking
first I
about that
thought were a
version of
prop.
cats. I thought we were talking about the other versions of cats. Okay, but we can still ditch the Oriental song though, no matter what, across all versions.
Also,
None of that.
you know, I've been watching out of the 9 versions of Cats, I want to say 4 or 5 of them have the song in there, but they don't do the rice patty hats and the slanty eye
This-
mask. That was just that one production
Version
from
they decided to-
Massachusetts. Yeah, everyone else
Oh
doesn't
well,
do it.
Massachusetts, say no more.
So what you're saying is that you chose to show Joe the most racist version?
I was tricked.
Yeah.
I didn't think
I
it was gonna happen.
didn't see it coming. I was shocked.
I wasn't expecting.
I was like,
it.
what? I was like, wait, Siamese cats? Well, it can't be that bad. It'll be
Yeah.
tasteful. And then they came on with the hats, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah. They started
And
with
I
the
got a
hats,
closer
and
look.
then the ninja swords, and then the mask with slanty eyes cut in them. So you can tell. So there's no
Well,
question.
They didn't just do one offensive thing. They like doubled down and then they doubled down on their double down.
Yeah, it's got to read from the back of the house that these are Asian cats.
So here's my plan for the Asian cats. All right, we're gonna take our KKK robes, right? But we're gonna cut them all slant-eyed. People will get it.
Yeah,
They took
The-
out the
the-
big old book of racism. It's like, how
Yeah.
far back can we go? Like these aren't even
Are-
updated ones. These are
It says here it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be accurate. It just
Yeah.
has to show a complete disdain for the people.
That is the golden rule. That's like
Yeah.
in the first page.
Like technically, we don't even need the hats. Like
We're
True.
we're going the extra mile.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a fuck you, but I want to show that I worked for it. You know?
I can't believe I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's between that and the Russian one. It's like sticking in my mind.
Because that also is a weird moment in the Russian one when Cupid comes out dressed as an American Indian for some reason.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
At that point, there had been so many things happening at me that everything kind of blended into the whole.
Yeah, and that was like during like the denouement where it's like, okay, I think it's over. I don't want to. What's going on now? I don't even know. Just
Yeah,
wait
like
for it to be over.
Are y'all doing your victory lap? Because do that off stage.
Well, we wanted to know what happened to the Cupid and the propeller butt, and I guess the audience learned that.
I did like that stabbing someone in the dick with an arrow translates in every language.
Oh yeah,
Like
the international language.
International language of ouch.
Yeah. Yes, as we start wrapping up, I do want to mention one thing that made me think that was from the CGI movie that came out 2 years ago. Buster Jones racks his nuts on a trash can. Just something I hope they include into any sort of future versions of the show. Like that's the one thing they take from the movie. That he busts his nuts in that trash can.
Ooh.
I feel like for me it would be Idris Elba has to be in every future
Yeah.
version of the movie.
The cabin.
You know, my favorite thing about Idris Elba is whenever my wife can't remember his name, I tell him, "Oh, it's Baze Malbus," and she goes, "Oh, okay." She goes, "Wait, no, that's not right." And Baze Malbus is one of the Chinese guys from Rogue One, in case you're wondering.
Did you know that
I'm
he's
gonna
going to
call-
be in the new Sonic movie?
No, that's pretty
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be Knuckles, and he
Nice.
promised to try his best not to make it sexy.
Oh, you can make it sexy. There's a long history of Sonic. Like I'll play to a crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he has to try. I think that the people are just going to watch him, just find it so.
Yeah. Have you seen him when he tries to be sexy?
I have
He hasn't
not.
tried yet.
Yeah. You wouldn't survive.
Just smoldering ash.
All right,
It's like,
everybody.
no.
What's up?
All right.
Oh, I'll say just flee to like a 20-meter radius when he tries.
Gotta cover your
All
eyes.
right.
It's like the Ark of the Covenant coming out of his hips.
The Ark of the Covenant.
I mean that's basically the magic that Teledildonics has been trying to recapture.
Yeah.
Is just accidentally catching a glimpse of Idris Elba is exactly what they want buzzing in your
Yeah.
pants every time.
As you will go about your day, at any moment it can just happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everybody for donating to Boy Dogs and Papoki. And thanks you guys for joining us. Big shout out to Autumn for joining us too. You guys have anything you wanna plug or talk about before we end the stream tonight?
No, I just want to say thank you for making me do this.
Yeah, thanks for doing it, man.
I
The only
also
thing-
want to say, oh, go for it, bro.
No, Joe, absolutely first.
Oh, I also want to say thank you for having me on here too. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah, I want to do more stuff like this. Well, I'm glad that I waited to the end of the pandemic. And everybody else has already done all of their live streaming stuff to start getting into it. The end. The
Well,
pandemic.
now that everybody's leaving,
No, I meant the end.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Chad believes there's a pandemic going.
The only thing I have to plug is I'll be doing this on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Got a version from Israel, but it's in English, so that's at least this time we'll
Wait, the
understand
12
what's
days of
going on.
Catsmas is going past Christmas?
Going until Christmas Day is the last day of Catsmas. So that'll be with Johnny Sparkles, and Christmas Eve is with Roy, and tomorrow's Ben St. John joining us.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, so catch Roy
Star-studded.
there. Yeah. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. We'll catch you guys tomorrow with Ben.
All
It's a
right.
dinner theater version of Cats tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I hope that
Curious.
they knock glasses off the table.
Oh man. So many health code violations.
Yeah.
It's just real cats that have been dumped in a dining hall starving.